Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you for being with me again today. As you probably know, the Ukrainian army was blocked its retreat from Severodonetsk by the Russian army as the Russians blew up the third bridge over the Severodonetsk River, and they trapped not only military personnel but also civilians who tried to take refuge in a plant, Azot plant in a city. And now we have some numbers of how many people are trapped over there. It seems like this will be, as I said before, Azovstal Mariupol plant 2, part 2. So this is an article coming from Yahoo News from June 15th, 2022 by Niam Kavanagh, and this is the title. 1,200 civilians held hostage at Severodonetsk plant, separatists say. So it seems like when the Russian blew the third bridge out, the civilians that were trapped over there, these guys are claiming that are held over there by the Ukrainian army, caught over there, surrounded over there. So didn't I hear about Mariupol, Azovstal? I guess not. So, a Russian-backed separatist official, euphemisms, said that at least 1,200 civilians, including 127 children, are being held and, quoting, hostage at the chemical plant in the besieged Ukrainian city of Severodonetsk. Speaking to the Russian state news agency TASS, the pro-Russian Luhansk People's Republic Interior Minister Vitaly Kiselev alleged that Ukrainian forces were keeping civilians at the Azot plant against their will. And I'm quoting, "They have been held there against their will for quite a while," end quote. He said on Wednesday, according to an English translation of the news release, and I'm quoting, "There is no water, no food, no medicines," end quote. According to the official, it is believed that civilians are in the buildings, bunkers, and underground tunnels. Here we go again. The city of Severodonetsk remains at the center of Russian current major assault in what has been coined the battle for the Donbass, a breakaway region that is supported by Russia. The bombardment of the Azot plant echoes the siege at a similar chemical plant in Mariupol last month. Thousands of Ukrainian fighters and civilians took shelter in the plant until mid-May, when soldiers finally surrendered. Surrendered? They used the word surrendered. Wow. It's kind of no word. It should be they came out, they laid down their arms, they saved lives. These are the terms that you're supposed to use. Surrendered. Blasphemy. The region of Luhansk still remains held by the Ukrainian government, but Severodonetsk, a major city in the Luhansk region, now has 80% of its area in the hands of the Russian army. That changes every day. That's what they say. So, however, Serhiy Haidai, the Ukrainian government of Luhansk, said that about 500 civilians were sheltering in the Azot plant along with 40 children. In a statement on June 6, on behalf of the Ukrainian businessman who owns the chemical plant, American lawyer Lenny Davis said that around 800 people were sheltered there. What? Ukrainian businessman, American lawyer, okay. They were sheltered beneath the plant. That included about 200 of the 3,000 employees who had worked there. The workers had stayed behind to protect as best as possible what is left of the plant's highly explosive chemicals. Do you believe that? Do you believe that? That the employees stayed over there to protect the highly explosive things from the Russians? So you, as the owner, you say, guys, I'm not going to keep you here, but if you want to stay here and protect it, I don't have weapons or anything, but just protect it, okay? How exactly? With their bare chest or something? Oh my. Okay. Meanwhile, Russia said it would set up a humanitarian corridor for the people trapped inside the plant. The operation was to run from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Moscow time on Wednesday, today. So it's over right now. The ultimatum was announced by the head of Russia's National Defense Management Center, Mikhail Mizitsev, told Ukrainian soldiers to, and I'm quoting, stop their senseless resistance and lay down arms. And I'm quoting, Severodonetsk is actually blocked after they blew up the last bridge that connected it with Lishansk yesterday. End quote. Besurin said, according to the Associated Press. And I'm quoting again. Therefore, the Ukrainian military units that are stationed there remain there forever. End quote. He added, they have two options. And I'm quoting, either follow the example of other colleagues and surrender or die. They have no other option. End quote. Okay, well, I guess that's what it's going to be. What are you going to do? Here we go again with Azov style, right? What do you think is going to happen? I think that too. I think they will surrender, and I think they will allow the civilians to go, everybody, and again, the Russians will get them one by one, strip them down, check all the cavities, and then talk to them. And after they talk to them, put them in front of the cameras. Now confess that one too. Confess that too. You didn't mention that. You forgot it. And now here we gotta write it down. And after you wrote down, he signs very well, very nice. Thank you very much. Now go back to your cell together with other guys over there. And when we need you again for some extra information that you're gonna testify, you're gonna remember, we're gonna help you remember, then we're going to put you back on track. That's how it works. Don't be, works everywhere. But nevertheless, if you don't think it works everywhere, get engaged in a war and you're going to find out. And let yourself captured and see how they're going to treat you. They're going to give you cake every morning, some beer, some ladies of the night to entertain you. Oh my God. Anyway, it's the situation is desperate for those guys. I suspect that they will hold probably. They will wait for about, I would say a few days. I don't want to say 2-3 days to see if their buddies across the river will be able to come and rescue them. But on the other hand, I do not know if the Russians surrounded them or not. And if they don't, you can swim that river, across it. Even if you just lay down like a trunk, you're eventually going to get on the other side. And you just slowly fart. You're going to cross with no problem. So I don't know. Probably they wait to be saved by the other ones with a counteroffensive, or they will swim. Some of them, not all of them know how to swim, obviously, I'm assuming. Most of them know because they are, they are, yes. Yeah, you know what I mean, right? Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.